Well, how's it going, Kingsmen? Welcome back to another NTW3 battle. Today, we have the battlefield of Leipzig South, and we are going to be watching a 4v4. Now, I do not have the French points today, but we are at least going to have the coalition, which is with perspective, obviously, that we are looking at today. You have a 9-point Austria behind them, the 10-point Blücher. I believe these are 18-14 cores. If I'm not mistaken. 7-point Russia, and then you have Wellington, 8-point Wellington. But yeah, the French faced off against them. I'm sure they have the cores that were there. Now, guys, this is going to be a pretty decent battle here. Looks like some very close kills. I mean, if you're one of the people that skip to the end and sees the kills, well, then I'm assuming I'm going to see you back after you fast forward and see the results. Although that's cheating. You're not trusting me. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but it was very intense, guys. A lot of casualties on both sides, a lot of kills on both sides, and that makes for a very good battle. Because, you know, if men are dying in the hundreds, even thousands, then it's a very, very good battle. Now, France does have this town. This is one of the new maps, which has the connections of, you know, your network of connections to hold LOCs. You have to have connecting going back to these two back roads over here. For the French, for the coalition, the same. They have to have the units connecting. So obviously, from the coalition perspective, if they're going to control this star and they want to take more points, they have to take the 2-pointer. And then, of course, if they want to take this one, you know, they have to hold this back one as well in order to keep it. Now, Russia is pushing on that 2-pointer. These two pointers, pretty crucial. If they wanted to rush around and go for this back LOC, then it would totally cut off the French, you know, means of holding their network of communications. Not happening yet. Battle just started, obviously, so this may not be an immediate priority. Still figuring out where the enemy are. Ulanen pushing forward here. Oh, man. Look at all the Landwehr Lancers. Obviously, artillery splashing down, getting some nice thick old shots on them. A horse artillery is pushed up from Blücher. Of course, you have, oh man, you got the Grand Battery being amassed here by France. They have some stakes from those sappers deployed. Obviously, like I said, a French line. They have more artillery set up as well. Looks like they're going to be trying to hold this town. I'm interested to see what Russia does on this side all by themselves. And of course, Wellington is shifting more towards the center so they can have 4 amassed armies, a 9, 10, and 8-pointer, all focusing on this one town. Obviously, right now, only the one French army here. Potentially, I believe, one more on the left flank, but they're going to be preparing for Russia's advance. Got a lot of, excuse me, still haven't totally recovered from being sick. A lot of, looks like more elite infantry for the French. Voltigeurs and chasseurs and other, you know, other units that I'm not remembering the names of right now, but that's okay. You didn't come here to hear me pinpoint each unit's name directly. And if you did, well, you're probably going to be very disappointed. I'm just a dumb American who likes playing video games, and particularly Total War, and nerds out as much as someone who doesn't pay too much attention can. Now, Russia is pushing forward. Nice, you know, kind of focused assault. It looks like now France is facing all their guns in this direction now, trying to focus down this Russian line. Austria hopefully is going to be putting some pressure on this French line in front, but obviously he still has to form up. Wellington's still pretty far behind. Having some skirmishers dueling with the Austrians. Blücher getting his men down the road as well. And France preparing to meet the Russians head on. Some light infantry from Russia forming up as the first portion of this attack. Let's see the first volleys. And answering assault musket bug, maybe affecting these guys in a bad way. Was hoping to see some shots. There we go. Drops a couple of them. They pull back. Oh, actually dropped only 3 of them. Nice uniforms. Very nice. Here we go. Russia may not try to shoot out. They may try to go for melee, but keep in mind who they're facing. Artillery splashing in now. They're risking putting their 6-pounders really close to the French guns. They are still hidden, so they're safe for the time being. They have cavalry to defend their flank. Let's see what Russia does. Making sure nothing's happening over here. Yep, still forming up. All right, we gotten some regular volleys being exchanged right now. France pushing forward more and more into position. France is actually falling back a little bit. I suspect they don't have as many troops as the Russians do. Now, they have a lot more troops over here. Man, these guys' uniforms are just beautiful. Now, maybe they're trying to get the artillery. They're trying to draw the Russians closer to their grand battery of artillery. This is a pretty typical strategy for Leipzig, guys. Having artillery in the center area to control both sides. Both shoot right or left, depending on where the enemy advance. Right now, France is taking a more passive defense, trying to break up the Russian advance as they push into this town. See if they can't, get probably some flanking volleys off on them. France actually going to take some shots from the horse artillery on the road. Looks like Austria also setting up more artillery over here. Starting to shell this, this defense. Still, no one has made a decisive attack yet, but obviously, we're still pretty early on. A lot of artillery. Is that cuirassiers? Yes, it is. So France does have some heavy cav. We'll see how they deploy that. I do hear reinforcing drums. There's another general, another army here, so Russia's going to have to be very cautious here, pretty quick off. My prediction, they are going to get 2v1'd and get destroyed. Their flank will get destroyed. Now, this may provide an opportunity for the coalition to push in. Obviously, as France is rushing to reinforce this side, the other reinforcing French army is pretty far behind. They can 3v1 this one French army. They got to move quick here because I suspect Russia, I'd be falling back already seeing another French general show up. I would have fallen back. I would not be pushing into this town without knowing what I'm facing. And I would, highly suspect the enemy is pushing another army in. And France could even just go for the flank here and then surround them. Obviously, bring up the artillery still able to fire, but Russia's probably going to die. That's my prediction. We'll see how correct I am in that prediction. Austria is pushing forward, trying to use the buildings to shelter from artillery while also engaging the French line. He is, however, going to have to push some units just because there's no room anywhere else. There's not as much artillery here right now. So he may push up, try to go for the weak flank here. I'm guessing there's not a lot on this right flank, but you can hear the drums. France is getting very close to reinforcing their lines. Russia has a nice skirm screen here. They can start engaging this corner. Still have not seen the reinforcing French army yet. Probably will momentarily. But we've not seen a regular line engagement yet, but that is coming, guys. It is coming, I bet. Wellington, he's pushing down this road. He will be engaging the right flank of the French pretty soon here, or at least backing up the Austrians for pushing up. Austria may be trying to throw a ruse here, looking like his troops are here. I mean, these guys are not hidden, so watch this. He's already probably turning, to face them. This is going to suck for those Austrians. Someone must make the costs. Someone must sacrifice. This French line is definitely going to be getting softened up by artillery. And it probably will fold pretty quick against the Austrian assault. Let's see what's happening over here. Aha! There it is. We have a, this looks like actually an España. Maybe the French did not go with cores. That's potentially the case. I guess we'll see. Russia kind of still taking their time. They're not in a rush here. They may have to switch gears depending on what happens. We have cavalry. Oh, they're going for the skirms. Now, oh man, these guys are dead. This line's about to just volley these guys point blank. These poor landwehr. Or maybe not. Wow, that was actually a really good charge by Blücher. An excellent charge by Blücher. Austria is still shifting onto the flank. That's going to divert French troops probably to this side. And then Blücher maybe can push the center. That could potentially work. Two armies here. It's lining up well. I'm still concerned about this flank. Of course, like I said, we'll see. I would love to see the French being a lot more aggressive, especially if they did reinforce this army. Maybe push this open area right here. Push this flank. No artillery from the enemy right here. France can start swinging around. Obviously, Russia's reacting to that, sending reinforcements. And it looks like still, you know, keeping up the old fight here. Keeping it alive in the town. But like I said, it's not really a regular volley. It's kind of just one or two units being engaged at a time. And there's the reinforcing French army. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty significant. Wait, did all the French go like 1814 8-point France? Or at least two of them, maybe one of them? That looks like an 8. No, maybe not. The 8-point 1814. I think there's at least an 1814 8-pointer over in that town, but who knows? You can see France pulling back, letting this fresh army take over. Austria does have a flank. You can see actually France shifting over more troops to actually be a threatening flank on Austria. The UK are going to push up, and then maybe they can attack with Austria as well. Still not a whole lot, guys. Still not a whole lot yet. I suspect we may have something happening with so many troops concentrated in this one area. It has to go off. There has to be something that's going to happen pretty soon here. Artillery's gotten the most, you know, plays right now. Here we go, the UK. Like a lot of Dutch Netherlands troops. Oh yeah, they're ready. You can tell these guys are ready to fight. They've been marching for an eternity. Oh, they're canistering this line, aren't they? I heard canister. Over here, it does look like we are starting to have a more regular line fight here. Like I said, Russia's going to have to be very, very cautious. As this is almost an entire French army with the... Well, maybe not an entire French army. I guess we'll see as more things develop, but Russia's going to be getting outshot here. Definitely going to be outshot. I don't know if they should take that fight. I do believe I saw Prussia pushing forward near the town, and yes, we are seeing some more engagement. A lot of death. A lot of dead bodies in the town, actually, so far. We got some grenadiers. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, they got the flag bearer. Oh no. Got an assault column, maybe trying to drive back, retake a portion of this town at least. Ooh, France is actually going on the offensive. Now, he does have some grenadiers. The Jaegers trying to get themselves out of there. The Grenzers trying to get themselves out of there as well. The best that the coalition have for melee is being thrown in here. Cavalry even going in. France may have actually bitten off more than they can chew. The totem clumps getting some blood on their sabers and potentially driving back this French offensive. Not very large offensive, granted, but you know, it's enough to get things maybe rolling. And a successful attack or counterattack. The skirms did break, but that was about it. And over here, these 3 Russian troops are being outnumbered. He is going to start pulling back, but man, that's going to start really hurting. France keeps pushing more and more troops here. They can start outflanking the Russians and force them to fall back. Okay, so the rest of the French army did push over here. Probably because they're starting to get a little more engagement here. We actually have quite a big push being made by France. Look at all the troops pushing forward here. This is an attack on some pretty grand proportions. Using the road to quickly get into this enemy line. You see France is pushing back. The Prussians, now Prussia may actually have to pull back. Their grenadiers making a stand, maybe trying to defend. It does look like Austria is going to try to do their best to defend here. With this push being made, UK and Austria need to start attacking here. It's obvious this is where the French are starting to focus. Skirmishers getting focused down, guys. You can see the French are pushing out of the town. They have masses of reserves right behind this town center. Artillery is going to start firing as quickly as possible. This horse artillery is quite deadly with the rate of fire if they're canistering. And they are canistering. Oh, looks like France is actually pulling back. Maybe that's because they see the attack being made by Austria, potentially. Got a lot of troops here, guys. That's beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. This mod is gorgeous, as always. Let's check on Russia. Russia standing their ground, actually doing quite all right. Now, I would be pulling some troops into this forest. Try to, you know, get a flanking fire, force the French not to be able to advance wholesale along this whole flank. But France is going to start shredding up these Russian troops. There we go. As long as the UK push, maybe they're going to reinforce this flank as well. But if they pushed, well, yeah, there's a lot of artillery, I guess. It might be a good idea to push. Necessarily push there, but France totally fell back. Man, I don't know where they're planning on going. Now we do have a bit of a French light infantry contingent detachment on the flank trying to harass the French. But this battle's kind of being very slow, and that's fine. They're kind of 1v1ing each other. Here's the attack I'm kind of hoping I get a check out here. Artillery obviously going to try to do their best to inflict heavy casualties on the Austrians as they advance. So Austria is going to be advancing through a decent amount of open ground, but this does enable, I would say, the UK to push up here, engage this line from 2 directions, use your numbers If you make something very decisive happen, you can have an excellent opportunity here. Now we do have what looks like the French getting a lot more aggressive here. Now we do have a charge being made by the Ulani. Attack them, fall back. But Russia maybe making a move of their own. With some grenadier, or some dragoons, my apologies. Cavalry with infantry behind. Turn a unit here and shoot him on the flank. I mean, he has a general there. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. France is using a lot of their cavalry to really start harassing this line. Ooh, guys, Russia, I suspect, is in trouble. They're going to need to pop a rally here as France is going for the melee. Now, I'm not missing anything over here, right? Okay, looks like Austria's starting to push up. Let's check back on that in a brief second here. First, we have to check on this melee. And I'm hearing routing troops from Russia. Oh, man, Russia's in a bad way right now. This is very bad. Got some let's just say Cheval or Hussars, I believe. Yeah, Russia's starting to cave all along the line. Very bad thing. Just the weight of this French line pushing is just becoming too much. Now, we got to check over here, guys. It does look like Austria is pushing up very close. They got to be very, very decisive with their attack, because this... Why aren't they canister? They got to canister this line. That. Very nice, and it looks like even counterattacking the town with cuirassiers. Interesting place to put the cavalry, but it does work. They can push up infantry. What? Oh, this is Russia, isn't it? Yep. Russia's dead, guys. Unfortunately, they just got overrun. That's why I stopped. Once this line began caving, I kind of just refocused attention over here where stuff's happening, because the Russia, unfortunately, is dead. All right, the infantry able to shoot up, get close enough to shoot in directly into this artillery piece, break that crew, and I suspect pretty soon we'll see even more artillery crews breaking France, depending on their artillery a little too much, maybe, or just being outnumbered, who knows. Grenadiers getting their bayonets bloody. Oh, the artillery, though, actually being quite brutal. Let's see how well... Yep, that worked beautifully, that Grenadier charge. Getting that bonus charge off, and now they are going to probably try to make this line kind of thrown into confusion, maybe, or they're going to pull back. Looks like actually they're going to pull back. More Austrians pushing on the left flank. Let's see what they plan here. You need to destroy this artillery really fast. They're pushing in the town. 3 armies, guys, focusing in this one little area. You have cuirassiers prepping probably for another charge. Grenadiers going for the flank of this French army. There we go, the cuirassiers charging in. Let's see how well Austria can foot this charge. Oh, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a ton. Instantly breaking. We have some UK cavalry trying to counter. As line infantry charging as well. Ooh, this is going to turn messy. Austria going to try to pull as many troops off as possible. Try to staunch this gap being torn in their lines by the infantry and heavy cav. The UK are just absolutely shredding this line. They got to move quick. Absolutely need to move very quick, as their left flank is going to start folding. As there's an insane amount of pressure being put on Austria. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Where did this Austrian cavalry come from? charging in, breaking 2 units. Now, like I said, guys, the flank is breaking. We have some Crossiers who are going to countercharge here, trying to save this line. These French Crossiers have to be tired. We do have another charge that went in. France charging down the hill. In the town as well. Prussia trying to hold as best they can. Of reinforcing French armies pushing here. Blücher trying to maybe retake this town. They're going to have to hold against the French. I've seen a lot of French troops breaking, though, guys. And I do believe this cavalry saved Austria from total collapse here. You see Austria, these 4 units are actually doing a beautiful job of breaking up this French flank. And they can keep pushing this left flank here. France, they had to rest up their cavalry. Infantry Chad went for a melee, and it did break. The UK seem pretty healthy here, and they're going to have to turn and face this French force that is pushing forward here. Now, all this artillery is in danger of being totally broke. They got to turn infantry and artillery to face off against this hard right flank. Looks like they do take the LSC, so Blücher has done his job. He has taken the town. France and Russia, no, UK, wow, everything but the right unit. The UK and Austrians are really pushing here. It does look like they're having a very successful attack. Their Crossiers doing quite well here. France does still have a right flank they're holding. These poor Austrians actually may lose. Oh my gosh. Polonaise Lancers. Oh man, these guys are dead. They're dead. That's why you go directly in and not on the flank. Not sure which unit they charged, but they got volleyed. Now, of course, Austria still may get charged here and be quite brutal. We got more of the Crossiers trying to break up any routing French troops here. And there's a French contingent here. There's a French army over here. The coalition can still win this, guys. They definitely can still win this. The artillery is trying to do their best to focus down this French... the Prussians need to send their Landwehr in against this French line. Or cavalry, at least. Defend their guns. These guns can be super crucial to the war effort on this right flank. There's reserves here that need to be thrown up and try to stop this attack here. You can see France has won this flank, but they've lost more troops here. Austria is actually advancing once again as cavalry and infantry pushing up. Cavalry is harassing the retreating French. There's a lot of French routing troops here. And now we're going to see France probably try to reform their lines. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is an opportunity to implement the new and improved communication, road of communications. If the coalition can push this direction and take this town, they don't have to worry about anything else. They have the LSC advantage. They can just hold the line they have all the way from here all the way up. And then they'll even they'll have all control of all of these, technically. Of course, they had to push back this French army. The French still defend their star LOC. The star point, the star defense here. We have some pretty fresh French troops still. We're making a stand. France has reserves still pushing forward here. They are still in a good spot to make a stand. The Prussian artillery can start pushing up, being a little bit more of a harassment on the French flank. I mean, if you got it right here, start shooting down the line, oh, it'd be beautiful. Now, the coalition does have some concerns. If you look up, guys, there's a French flank. That's still quite a big problem. They can start pushing up here. The coalition is pretty depleted as well and probably a little bit tired here. They're active, so they have some fresh troops still. Cavalry is still definitely, well, this cavalry is winded. Cavalry's winded. They do have some over here, but it's just Landwehr, Ulanen. But the French cannot be discounted out of this fight yet, guys. Not by any means. You consider actually they're probably having some of their troops coming back. And they can rest them up and have the fresh units hold. Oh, do we have crosshairs charging the flank? Oh, here we go. Let's follow these guys in. Immediately fall back because these units in the flank. That's how you take bayonet. That's how you take cav charges, guys. You have troops in the. You let those one unit that was getting charged just kind of hold their ground, and then let units on the flank charge in. Oh my gosh, they're going in again. They're going in again. Smashing through multiple units. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful charge. They gotta follow it up, which they are doing. You have Landwehr pushing up on the flank here. More cavalry push up on the flank. Looks like some Prussian cav was trying to harass some units, broke them, but also broke themselves. Paul, not just some regular Lancers here trying to maybe hold off on this flank. Like I said, guys, France has a pretty threatening flank here still, so they are not at all to be discounted as having lost yet. This battle is still going to be going on probably for quite some time unless another decisive attack gets made, and France has an opportunity here with the cavalry they have.
Our men are running, sir.
Now, I would focus in this area right here as the French. Put more troops here, or put cavalry. Now, it is the UK, of course. But if you push up infantry here, charging cavalry, and then get your French troops into melee very quickly off, you may do a lot better. Ooh. It's really odd here. We have some Russian remnants holding on, more light infantry. They're kind of just engaging and actually beating the French units. Do you have France trying to go for a bayonet charge? Oh, they're gonna get, oh my gosh. Oh, they're probably tired. Oh no. You do have the artillery getting pushed up, guys. That is going to be something else that's going to be super helpful here. And this flank still a threat. Maybe we're going to see some artillery get pushed up. I don't know if Austria lost artillery. Oh, we have a cav charge. Cuirassiers charging down. A square can get formed. Do they? Ooh, maybe not. Oh man, that 2 squares. Nah, that's not a very good charge at all. That is a terrible charge. These crosshairs are not going to make it through this fight. They are going to die here. They are very stagnant. You need to have them formed in one area, charge for that one unit, and let them go. Otherwise, that charge is going to just not make the same impact. That is the design of this mod. Charge need a little bit of a wind-up. Getting nice charge up. Now France is still doing a very excellent job, and actually, you can see the bayonet charge. We have a general push up to maybe inspire the men. France is winning. Here we go, going for the angle of attack. Austria breaking, France going in for another vicious attack here on the flank, and it starts folding, unfortunately, this coalition back. They're going to shift cavalry as they can. They do have a slight portion of reserves here. Ooh. Oh, wow. That's tough luck on his part. Rip. Oh, wow. At the same time, we have a counter-charging made here. Grenadiers charging in, seconded by some cuirassiers. Excellent charge here. But don't back-charge your own troops. All right, they're not going to. God, I thought for a second they were. Yeah, this looks like it's a pretty good charge, actually, by the coalition. Making some real progress here. We do have some dragoons going to try to buffer the line by throwing themselves in here. The UK actually going for a flanking charge. A general in danger as well. He's right up in the front lines. Hussars have thrown themselves forward, and actually France is not looking too good anymore on this flank. They're still winning, but barely. Austria and the UK pushing up troops. Russia, man, they are really making some progress here. This Landwehr is actually quite potent. You wouldn't consider Landwehr to be that dangerous, but it is doing an excellent job of just mass routing this French flank. And just like that, the French are back on the back leg once again. I think losing their general just was super, super deadly to the morale of that French line. Russia kind of still skirmishing here. They still have their artillery somehow. Could be a thorn in the side of this French army. But beautifully done. Both sides have made some excellent attacks. There's definitely still artillery from France. What a bloody battle.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Oh, dang. Oh, that unit broke. I'm assuming, and Russia just ran into... Man, that's... I like how Russia's getting some revenge here. Getting revenge after having lost. Honestly, guys, this Prussian cavalry, I think, was huge for the coalition. And I believe also the UK brought some very good cavalry, which they've been able to use to very good effect. Yeah, these Dragoon Guards, been excellent. Oh, these Jaegers form a square. France trying to go for yet another melee attack here. Oh no, this is not looking too good for France. Austria still, they shoot him in the face. We'll see how this goes. There's a UK reserve line, so I think they can still hold this together. As the Austrians do break, these guys will be tired. Guaranteed they'll be tired, and the UK may be able to shoot them right in the face and save that line. And the UK go for the guns. Oh, they break. Still, they took them off the limbers for a second. Briefly for a second, Prussia running cav in the back lines. The UK have broken this flank. And this Prussian cavalry charging in behind the lines. Another enemy general is down. And this is becoming a clear victory now for the coalition, but at what cost? I mean, there were some heavy losses on the coalition side. You wouldn't want to be a soldier in either side of this battle. This Landwehr guy's actually quite good. I'm curious how many kills they got. I've seen the Landwehr do really well in this fight so far.
Yes, sir.
Look at the flag bearer go. Look at him. Oh my gosh. He's getting some. 2 men down. Oh boy. Look at this guy. Oh, rip. He fought for the colors. He did not lose the king's colors. He died with them. All right, this is the last defense. Man, there's just enemies all over the place. This Russia, Ulani, you just charge in the back and it'll be over. They have cavalry on one side and then the other.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
These are the Lancers I'm actually painting right now. I got some they're the Tartar Lancers is what I'm doing, but you know, same kind of thing. They have white tops of their caps, have some white instead of gold on the hats as well. Look a little bit different, but kind of the same basic uniform. That's to what I'm painting. Alright, I think there's only 1 or 2 troops left. I'm just going to hit the fast forward button. If nothing else changes, I may just skip to the end results here, and we'll see the results of this battle. Alright guys, so a victory for the coalition. Here's the results. As you can see here, we have Vander playing as the UK, killed 2131, and killed a lot of troops. Big Nuba as the Austria with 1228 for the kills. You have British Emperor, who sent the replay in as playing as Blucher with 2063 for the kills. And then you have Sam playing as the Russia with 670 for the kills. On the other side, excuse me. Not sure who played what, but you have Rasmussen, 755. Sunny with 1111. Casual with 867. And then Jar with 1001. So, you know, hey, if you're close to 1,000 kills or have 1,000 kills, even if you lost, that's still playing quite well in my opinion. So GG's to both sides. Well played. Very, very beautiful battle. Besides just the amazing tactical plays, it was a very cinematic battle. Really enjoyed it. So that'll be it today, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all so much for the continued support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. I mean, again, yeah, there's nothing more I really can say. You guys are the best. And the channel won't be around without all of your guys' support. So, thank you. Until next time, guys, you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. And as always, I will catch you all in another video.